Good evening and welcome to MG Sports live coverage of the Jamaican Premier League. Of course, we're having another feature game tonight on this beautiful night at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex as we bring to you Arnett Gardens taking on, in a fiery clash, Waterhouse. And next to me, of course, I'm John Stewart, and next to me I have Marlon Pinnock.
Good evening to you, and good evening to our viewers wherever you are watching this, the Jamaica Premier League, the feature game of the night. Earlier we saw a cracking first game between Mullines United and of course Tivoli Gardens. Went down to 3-2 courtesy of Mullines United, and we saw a hat-trick from Nicholas Nelson, his return to Mullines United. That was a shocking moment in the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex.
Thrilling encounter indeed, especially that second half. Loads of chances, but nevertheless we turn our attention now to this clash, which promises to be an exciting one in its own right, as we have Arnett Gardens, who interestingly enough are just one spot below Tivoli Gardens on the table, and with 2 games in hand could move above Tivoli Gardens with a win tonight. And of course, it goes without saying that given that they lost their last match 3-0, they'll be wanting to bounce back in this one. What do you think of their chances tonight against a good Waterhouse team?
It's going to be a cracking game this afternoon or this evening. Both teams are looking to up in the Jamaica Premier League table. In fact, 9th and 10th in the Jamaica Premier League table. But with Arnett Gardens at home, it's going to be something to reckon with this Waterhouse team. A packed crowd as well to witness this feature game tonight.
Definitely. Arnett Gardens, as we mentioned in the previous game, one of the best attacks in the league, especially on a per game basis. They probably have the best attack in the league, and that of course is powered by one Parker Blocks, Fabian Reed, who has 8 goals this season so far, of course scoring 2 last week. He, alongside of course Rashiki Kelson, who has 6, and several other goal scorers on their team who have that threat. And they're coming up against a team in Waterhouse who, unlike Arnett Gardens, aren't the most balanced. They've been really reliant, heavily dependent on one player this season, and that has been the man Colorado Murray, who scored last week actually against Harborview. What do you think of Waterhouse's attack?
Waterhouse has a fantastic attacking team But at the other hand, Arnett Gardens have a beautiful defensive line as well. So it's going to be a perfect combination of football this evening. But we are here and we are ready and excited to go with commentary as well.
Definitely.
Team for some time.
Definitely. And it's a poacher nature of his goals that to me has stood out. He's never the quickest, but always in the right place at the right time, using his 34 years of experience. And of course, he'll be looking to put that on full display tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the teams are getting ready. They are coming out on the field of play. The feature game for the night. Home team, Arnett Gardens, up against their close rivalries, Waterhouse. And the colors, so beautiful as well. Arnett Gardens in their black shorts and red and black jersey, while you could describe the color of Waterhouse.
Yes, that's definitely a yellow shorts and yellow and blue top. Does look quite beautiful, and they'll be hoping to do the jersey justice tonight and get all 3 points.
Well, 3 points will be very special for them, with Waterhouse being 10th in the Jamaica Premier League for 2026 season. Only want to register a win and get themselves up some more in the Premier League standing. The home team, Arnett Gardens, the Junglers, very, very difficult to beat when it comes to their home.
Definitely, but as we mentioned before, they'll definitely be looking to avenge that prior loss to Chapelton Maroons, where, let's put it lightly, they weren't at their best. But I expect a return to form tonight and for them to claim all 3 points. And what would be your prediction?
Well, I don't want to predict. This is a game of glorious uncertainty football. The ball is very round and the players can be very, very good. They can have some atrocious days as well. So let's watch, let's commentate and have fun while we're doing so.
That's fair enough.
Fabian Reed have been around this Arnett Gardens setup for a number of years. Always been a leader, always been leading when it comes on to scoring goals as well. He's definitely a leader for these young bunch of players at Arnett Gardens.
Most definitely his experience will come in handy, especially given that they lost arguably their best player from last season. And I have a feeling that he's been integral in making sure that the loss has not been too severe, and he's not only helped in terms of the locker room, the dressing room, but of course the on-field presence in regards to scoring goals. He's really picked up that slack, really picking up where Warner Brown left off, and of course he's been a big reason as to why, despite losing their talisman, they still boast arguably the best attack in the league.
And you're absolutely correct. I second you on that based on what we have seen in Jamaica Premier League, the 2025-2026 season. You are definitely correct. But as I said before, this evening's game will be a cracker here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex in Kingston. And the officiating in that first game was excellent as well. Credit must be given to the officiating team as well.
And hopefully we get a similar display in this game tonight.
Once you're in the jungle, everything is possible. Always been aggressive when it comes on to any sports being played here in the jungle.
Let's hope that they are able to ward off probably the hostile environment and are able to just not succumb to the pressure of what the fans may expect in terms of decision making.
You look at the Arnett Gardens team, the home team. Anthony Bennett, the goalkeeper, Fabian Reed, the captain, Shane Watson, and Joel Jones, Shay Smith as well, and Young Kelsey, and the two Thomas, and Shepard, Bowers, and of course Clark.
Of course, Diamond Clark just making mention that he did come over from Spanish Town Police FC during the recent transfer window. And of course, we move over to Waterhouse now, where we have Roger Williams in goal, Captain Kimani Campbell, Denardo Thomas, Cardell Benbow, Omani Leacock, Dwayne Berger.
I tell you what, Bembo is a very, very good player in the middle of the park as well, and he can be very effective for this Waterhouse team. The game on the way, the feature game of the night on the way. And the possession is with Waterhouse inside the half. A strong channels tackle here from the Arnett Gardens defender. And words from the referee towards the defender. But what I can tell you, my good friend, it's going to be a very intriguing battle here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex.
Most definitely. And just to finish off the lineup for Waterhouse FC, Omani Leacock, Colorado Murray, who we mentioned before in the pre-match analysis, Shamari Dallas.
So inside the first minute of the game, players down on the ground for Waterhouse. Not good signs either. What a beautiful turnout here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex for this, the feature game of the evening. Now, Fabian Reed has 13 goals. Well, has played 13 games, 8 goals this season. Well, no assists. And he's 34 years of age. And a striker who does score a goal and always in some crucial position at some crucial times.
Of course, you have to be great at finding the back of the net to have 100+ career goals. Many strikers can never get to boast that they've done that. And of course, we also look to Colorado Murray, who we mentioned before, currently has 5 goals for the season for Waterhouse. Definitely their talisman, 30 years of age. And of course, having scored last week, they'll be looking again to him for some more goals tonight.
A lovely passing of the ball from the home team, Arnett Gardens. And nice touch as well. Good delivery inside the middle of the park. And this game could be heated as the first game was. Arnett Garden in position deep inside the half. And knocking the ball all round. A searching delivery. Right, looking for Reed. And good defensive work. And pressure applied as well. Arnett Gardens searching, good pass.
And Kelson just unable to beat his man there. Great work by number 45, Shamari Dyer.
And he wins a free kick deep inside the Waterhouse half. So a free kick here for Waterhouse deep inside the half. Just over 3 minutes gone in this, the feature game of the day. And not a...
Fabian Reed won that back, but unable to find a pass to a teammate. Waterhouse.
Oh, beautiful return by the captain. And sends a beautiful pass. And good defensive work from Arnett Gardens. And that was a lovely pass. Beautiful skill as well. And the throw into Waterhouse. Campbell with the possession for Waterhouse. Lovely. Still Waterhouse. Lovely pass Oh, too far from the right. And this is good so far. Both games so far has produced some heat up top. The long ball searching for Reed. Shepherd. Wizard with the ball. Looking for Reed. He finds Reed. Beautiful pass from Reed. Smith. Still Smith. Lovely. For what? Inside. And comes out to the number 15 shots. And straight to the goalkeeper.
Wizard did well there to clean up that cross. Had a shot on target, but dealt well with by the goalkeeper. It seems it's gone down there. Need some medical attention, the Waterhouse forward.
I know another Waterhouse player is down. But what we have seen in this second game so far is speed and aggression. Both teams hunting a win. Both teams would have been 9th and 10th in the standings. I would want to uplift themselves. But Fabian Reed is a goal scorer, and he always puts himself in that position to score goals.
I would expect him to do it again tonight, but that remains to be seen, of course.
And Murray is another excellent goal scorer as well for Waterhouse, and he can be very, very effective at times. I think he has some 5 goals this season.
Just appears to be a bit shaken up, however, and he'll have to just wait a bit before coming back onto the pitch.
What is good is a lovely crowd out here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex for this, the excited feature game of the night. The home team kicking from right to left. With some excellent players on the park as well. Arnett Gardens.
Long searching ball towards Smith, but dealt well with. And here's Wizard back towards number 5, Arnett Gardens. Of course, that being Boyz. Searching ball towards Kelson, trying to beat his man. Instead, gives a pass in to Thomas. Cross.
Looking for Reed. And cleared off the line by the Waterhouse defense. Poor pass from Wizard on this occasion.
It just seems that Jamon Shepherd took a bit of a knock, but thankfully he's back up again.
It's with the captain of Waterhouse, Campbell. And back to his goalkeeper. Lovely. And this has been a good quality of football being displayed so far. Lovely. Lovely dribbling from Thomas. Another good pass. And is it too far? Good ball inside. And good tidying up by the goalkeeper. And play from the Waterhouse captain, Campbell. It's out of play for a throw into Arnett Gardens. 8 minutes gone in the contest so far. Still 0-0 at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. And Arnett Gardens with possession of the football. Deep inside their half. Still Arnett Gardens trying to create that space through the middle. Good knocking off the football on the park. Oh, lovely. looking for Reed. That's Fabian Reed, the leading goal scorer this season for Arnett Gardens with some 8 goals. Such a key player in this Arnett Gardens lineup. Long searching delivery from the goalkeeper. Lovely skill. And won a free kick inside the Waterhouse half. Inside minute number 10. Still no goals in this, the feature game of the contest. Arnett Gardens with possession. Over to the right. Strong pass. Loose out. Waterhouse. And gave away the ball back. Is the Waterhouse. Arnett Gardens searching for the first goal of the contest. Lovely pass.
Kingston, lovely cut back. And Shepherd had to turn back, found danger. Arnett Gardens trying to create something on this left-hand side. Instead, up to recycle possession. And here's Joel Jones on the ball. Back to Boyz. And the pass places Watson in danger. But does well with that. And Arnett Gardens can come clear. Long ball aimed towards Shea Smith. Into the space. Controls it well. Cross across the box. Towards Fabian Reed. And we know he can turn them into the net, but unable to do so. Cleared well by the goalkeeper there that time, Roger Williams. And his wizard, Thomas Smith, did well to shield the ball off there. Good back heel. Cross by Wizard towards Kelson. Not sure if he made clean enough contact with that. But it's Thomas. Of course, seemingly the eldest brother.
Excellent build up there from Arnett Gardens. Looking the opening goal. And of course, Smith on the outside looking very, very good. This is a mixture of deliveries so far from Arnett Gardens. And the goalkeeper is down.
Put them under pressure. Trying to put them under pressure here early on. Of course, as we mentioned before, just over.
So Roger Williams and the goalkeeper in goal for Waterhouse getting some treatment as well. But that build up from Arnett Garden, it was very efficient. Just at the last was cleared off the line, but we could see the positive intent being shown so far from Arnett Gardens in the jungle as well.
Yeah, lovely ball over the top by Joel Jones for Shea Smith into the space there. Lovely little interplay on that right hand side. And they'll be looking for some excellent deliveries from that right-hand side. See if they can get, of course, Fabian Reed, the danger man, on the end of it.
You mentioned about Fabian Reed. Always get himself in some crucial position of scoring. And he nearly got that opening goal. Look at that. But good defensive work from the defender.
I thought that was a really good cross there by Shea Smith. But Roger, Williams did well to get that one clear out of the path of the danger man.
Smith is having a fantastic game so far on the park. Mastering that right side and tends to cut in the middle at times. And he can be a key factor in this Arnett Garden team. 13 minutes gone in the first half. Still 0-0 in the feature game at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. Waterhouse with possession, lovely turn, lovely skill. And free kick being awarded. I'm not sure it was worth a free kick. But a free kick awarded to Waterhouse deep inside the half.
And number 4, Amos restarts play here. Out to Kimani Campbell, captain. Has Thomas, opts not to use him. Looks inside for Murray. Runs into trouble there in the form of Thomas. Tried to win the ball back, but unable to do so. And the referee calls play back. And that will go the way of Arnett Gardens. Jones, another long ball over the top, searching towards Smith. But Campbell equal to it. Gets that out of touch. Arnett Gardens just trying to keep the pressure on Waterhouse here. They've been on top of things so far, but can they convert it into a bit more of some clean-cut chances as well as a goal? There's Thomas out wide to Rashiki Kelson. Cross into the box. Oh! Aiming towards Jamon Shepherd, who was unable to get a telling touch to convert it into the net.
And yet again, brilliant movement off the ball as well from Smith. He's doing majority of the work in the middle of the park. What a beautiful pass as well. Fabian Reed was trying to get there, but couldn't in the end.
There's Campbell out wide again.
Lovely touch
there. Finds Berger. One pass to Murray. Leacock gets it out wide to number 45.
Oh, lovely pass for Murray. Gets inside. And out for a goal kick to Arnett Gardens. But both teams attacking at the moment. Both teams looking for that opening goal. And this is good for Jamaica National Premier League. It's a good turnout and good quality football on display as well.
Just a moment though, it seems Rashiki Kelson, arguably their best player this season, if not one of, is down currently, and of course that is a sight for concern. Really unsure of what transpired. Of course, most likely would have to have been an off-the-ball incident. We're hoping that he's okay, of course.
Yes, of course, off-the-ball movement really caught that player on the ground. If you look around the park, we have seen some excellent distribution of the football being displayed by both teams so far. And one of the key factors so far, the possession of the football so far has been 50-50. Both teams have 50% of the football, and that spells a lot about the teams. Key game, crucial game for both teams, with both teams hunting that number 7 spot in the Jamaica National Premier League for this 2025-2026 season.
Must be noted that Gardens, despite their position in the table, it could perhaps be a blessing in disguise that they have 2 games in the hands. Yes, fixture will be an issue for the season, but it could leapfrog Tivoli Gardens to make the game. So we're hoping that they get on the way doing that with a goal. But for now,
Oh, lovely tackle. A strong tackle coming in. We look at the captain of Arnett Garden all the way from up top, all the way to defensive line with that tackle as well. That shows the commitment of Fabian Reed. Love. Well, look at his off the ball movement has been pleasant so far. He's always looking to receive the ball. Long ball of field, searching for Simit, and good work from the captain of Waterhouse, young Campbell. Thomas, and broken up by Arnett Gardens. They come Arnett Gardens looking for Reed. Lovely turn, and should be a foul. No call from the referee, and Waterhouse in possession. In the middle of the park, lovely skill out to the left side of the park. Well, this has been good rotation from Waterhouse so far. A lovely turn, creating space as well. Lovely dribbling, and just as the last good turn from Arnett Gardens, searching for Reed.
Position this time. Here they come. Deep inside on it, going back.
Benbow gets it out wide to Shamari Daya again, who has had a really good game thus far at right back. Ooh, miscontrol there by Paul. Here's Benbow. Leacock rather. There's a Murray. And play is paused there. And I believe that's Thomas, who's still down in some agony. And will be definitely requiring some medical assistance, if only briefly. And as we take this break in play, must make mention, as I said before, of the fact that there have been a couple of unsung heroes this season. Not just, of course, the usual stars, but we've had a couple of unrecognized names who have played really well for Arnett Gardens. One of them being, of course, Shea Smith. Of course, the young Jaheim Thomas. Been really good whenever I've seen him play for Arnett Gardens. Shadiko Wizard, of course, as well. Have to make mention of him providing some attacking threat from right back. Waterhouse will be seeking to resume play here. Here's Leacock.
So Waterhouse with possession is with their captain Campbell. Dribbling down the left side of the field. Searching for the goal scorer for Waterhouse this season. A searching delivery. And won by the Waterhouse. Out for a goal kick. 22 minutes gone in this first half. No goals yet in the game. But what we have seen so far is some excellent and exciting football being displayed.
It has been for sure. But of course, the fans do come to see goals, and this Arnett Gardens team and this Waterhouse team both have lots of them in it. I'm expecting some tonight. Good turn here by Leacock. He's come clear here. Finds Thomas in the little part, gets it out wide. Waterhouse coming forward. It's Benbow. Lovely pass. Cross into the box. Thomas, can he hit it in? And that's saved. Dealt well with there by Bennett in goal. And it's Thomas. Waterhouse getting the real first sight of goal in this game. But Thomas unable to really put the connection on it that he wanted. Oh, here's Reed. He has had to get in a foot race with the goalkeeper from Waterhouse, who does well there, showing off his fancy footwork.
Well, lovely turn from Thomas. Lovely turn here for Thomas from Waterhouse. He goes inside. Finds Murray, beautiful pass. Oh, first touch was poor. Just a bit of first touch. And Waterhouse would have been in business.
And as we resume, as we just take a little pause here in play for the throw-in, must make mention of that lovely bit of skill there in goal from Reggae Williams. Something to get the crowd off their feet a while ago. Crowd pleaser.
He's a crowd pleaser. And a crowd pleaser for some time as well. Lovely bit of skills.
Reed unable to get the contact he wanted on that pass to Smith. Believe it hit a hand. But here's Berger. Kisses it out wide to Murray. Murray with the shot. And that is comfortably saved by Anthony Bennett in goal, who's forced into making his second save of the night.
Not the best of kicks either from Murray. Looking to go towards the far corner and then straight to the keeper. And an easy save in the end.
Easy indeed.
But excellent build-up as well from Waterhouse.
Wizard trying to find Reed, but would have perhaps better been served passing to an open teammate rather than Reed, who was quite
in the middle of the park. Excellent from is with the captain Campbell on the left side. He dribbles. Finds Thomas, beautiful pass. Overlapping on the outside, Thomas! Just wide of the target. With a brilliant effort, excellent run as well from the captain Campbell. Lovely build up from Waterhouse. And they won't go not trying Waterhouse. What a beautiful pass that was from Campbell. Then to Thomas. And just wide of the target.
Long ball over the top, searching for Reed. Unable to get it to him. Paul able to deal with that, but here's Jamon Shepherd now in the middle of the park. To Bowers. Watson and to Jones rather. Long ball over the top, but Paul deals with that quite comfortably.
Oh, lovely turn, lovely skill.
Moving forward. Gets it out wide to Thomas. Cross. Looking for Murray. Takes it down. Good touch. Lays it off for Benbow. And the shot is blocked. And Thomas gets it clear for Rashiki Kilson, who is brought down.
That should be a yellow card. It is a yellow card.
Definitely deserved. Benbow getting that yellow card there.
And guess what?
Down Kilson.
Arnett Gardens was looking for the counter attack. Educated yellow card there from Benbow.
Well timed, but also well deserved yellow card.
Waterhouse, number 19, and
there we have it, just the confirmation of the yellow card being awarded to Cardell Benbow there of Waterhouse for that, let's say, tactical free kick there that he gave away in the middle of the park.
Strong from behind from Benbow as well. And of course, the player is down, getting some treatment to the back. And that is a part of your body where can be very, very serious, that back pain.
I must say, Rashiki Kilson has taken quite some punishment this season for such a small player. I don't know how he does it, but he's been able to deal with it right throughout this season. And he pops back up here. And he seems to be okay. And looks like he'll be able to continue for the rest of the night.
For Arnett Gardens as well. Approaching 35 minutes in the first half. Still 0-0 in this feature game at the Anthony Sports Complex. And a free kick to Arnett Gardens deep inside their own half. This is over the right side. And good knocking off the football from. And a free kick.
Crowd up in uproar here
And
about the.
I seem to be a yellow card being issued as well to the number 7 of Arnett Gardens. In this game so far, a lot of free kicks been awarded as well for both teams.
Quite a number of yellow cards already as well. Players will have to be careful, of course, in the second half.
In fact, we are in the 31st minute of the game so far. Still no goals in this end. Oh, lovely turn from Thomas. Oh, middle of the park. This is skill. Nice to Murray. And looking for Thomas. And good defensive work on the part of Arnett Gardens.
And Shea Smith loses out there in the challenge. And Omari Leacock there. That will be a free kick the way of Waterhouse. Omani, rather. It seems it will be Campbell to take this free kick. And with Paul going up there, seems he'll be opting to cross one into the box himself. Free kick goes in towards Murray, unable to trap it. And Arnett Gardens can come clear here on a counter-attack. Kelson, ball towards Reed, finds him, cross towards Shepherd, but way off target there.
And in fact, I think Reed was going for that target. He was hunting his 9th goal of the season. He wasn't on target. Waterhouse in possession of the football inside their own half. Back to Campbell on the left. Searching pass looking for Murray. And great defensive work from Arnett Gardens.
Joel Jones, of course, ever imperious at the back. And here's Paul on the ball here. What to Shamari Dyer, who's had a pretty stand-up performance thus far. Out wide, gets the ball to his teammate. Turns. Back to Dyer. Looks for a cross. Low one, and that's cleared well by Shane Watson. And Reed loses out to Amani Leacock. Berger back to Leacock, who's brought down. And this is a dangerous position to be giving away a free kick. And Waterhouse will be aiming to take advantage and capitalize on this chance here.
Yes, indeed, a critical position for this Waterhouse team, just outside the 18-yard box. And who will be the perfect man to take this free kick? 3 players standing behind the ball as well. And Murray is another.
It seems also Rashawn Amos wants some action, or perhaps just talking it over.
And the referee getting the players to their distance off the ball as well. The keeper taking his time to get the ball up to place. But 3 fielders, 3 players standing behind this free kick. 27 yards out. Who will take this free kick?
It could be Murray here. And he has the perfect angle. It would suit him.
Dangerous position as well.
And it is Murray.
Good save by the keeper.
Anthony Bennett doing really, really well there to get to that. It was at a comfortable height. Not enough power on it, but the accuracy was impressive. Leacock being able to drive really well at the heart of the defense for Waterhouse. His driving runs through the midfield have been quite the display, Leacock here.
Such a good midfielder. Well,
on what we have seen so far. He has mastered the middle of the park. Campbell with ball for Waterhouse. Oh, lovely foot skill. Oh, lovely pass. Oh, just wide off the target. With an excellent build up here for Waterhouse. Hunting their first goal in this encounter. But it's a goal kick to Arnett Gardens.
Kimani Campbell been driving through the heart of the Arnett Gardens defense a while ago. And he's one of those defenders who has the skill of a midfielder. Really good ball playing centre half. Fabian Reid just sit down to his teammate and his shepherd in the middle of the park to Boyz. Gets it out wide to Thomas. Ricardo Thomas to Kingston. Instead, Arnett Gardens will opt to just recycle possession here, trying to find an opening in this Waterhouse defense that has been quite staunch so far after half an hour. But they could be open here, and Rashiki Kingston after a great pass from Thomas. Cross! Not good enough, however. And Roger Williams is equal to it, and Leacock, who we've mentioned before, he's driving it again. And out wide, he has Benbo. Taking on Wizard, beats him. Cross! And after a brilliant bit of skill to beat his man, delivers an awful ball.
Well, still Waterhouse in possession in the middle of the park. Lovely skill, lovely turn. And this has been an outstanding display of football being displayed so far by Waterhouse.
Definitely. In particular, I'm enjoying the
lovely ball to Murray. No, Arnett Gardens comes. Oh, strong tackle coming in. But you look at the complexion of the game so far, it's been a dominant performance so far from Waterhouse. They have looked the team, they have looked the part. Here they come again on the left side. Campbell, the captain.
Leacock out wide to Dyer. Looks for Dallas. Muscled off of it there, but thankfully Dyer was there to clean up his mess. Murray gets it under control. Cross, looking for Benbo, and Wizard gets that clear. Berger flicks it on for Leacock. And there's more.
Just over the crossbar. A powerful shot there coming in from Murray. Has 5 goals in the tournament so far, looking in 6th. That was over the target. And the score is kept at 0-0, 37 minutes in the first half.
And as you mentioned, Waterhouse have perhaps looked the better team, but they've had to grow into it. Had to suffer through the first 10 minutes where I thought Arnett Gardens actually looked better. But since then, Waterhouse have kicked on, had a couple of chances at goal.
You look at the percentage of football. This one is a lovely flick on. Lovely turn from Fabian Reid. Oh, not a bad effort from Reid.
And Kingston wins it back. Has Bowers. Shot from distance. Lets it fly, but sails over the bar. Sails wide, actually. That would be a goal kick.
And acknowledge to his teammates that he's sorry as well.
Perhaps just saw his name in lights there. Got a bit too ambitious.
Waterhouse, here they comes again with Captain Campbell. Lovely for Benbo.
Out wide to Berger. Back to Benbo. Takes it off his team.
Lovely from Benbo, good skill. Inside. And knocked off the ball, a free kick for Waterhouse in a dangerous position. Lovely skill from Benbo.
Tried to mention it before, but Benbo has been taking every opportunity to drive at Shadiko Wizard, who is a really good fullback, but he's really taking the beating of him tonight with some lovely skill, close control.
Now we're seeing Benbo getting into his own, and so far so good. Waterhouse is been on the attack, 65% to 35% for Arnett Gardens in terms of football possession.
Dominated the football out here tonight, and they'll be looking to make it count as they have a free kick in a dangerous position here. They had Murray take the shot previously, and I suppose they'll be doing that again from a farther distance this time.
Well, 3 persons behind the ball as well. Captain Campbell standing, he's a left footer. Murray, he will take this one. A crucial position as well.
Berger straight into the wall. Disappointing free kick, I have to say.
I should be disappointed with that shot. It's over to the far side, the right side of the park. Lovely turn. Lovely turn. Terrific pass this one around. And across inside. And a free kick
Shea Smith, but that is
awarded to Arnett Gardens deep inside their half. We look at the passes put together from Waterhouse. They are a team with a plan, with a purpose. They just want to execute. But no execution so far. Arnett Gardens with position. Lovely turn.
Denardo Thomas has been absolutely crucial to a lot of those chances coming in from the crosses, supplying those through passes for his teammates to start supplying those crosses on those far sides. He's been brilliant in the middle of the park tonight, I have to say.
You're absolutely correct. Here, the home team Arnett Gardens with possession in the middle of the park. Searching delivery, looking for Smith. Straight to the man in goal. And quickly release. Thomas has a lot of skill, and Thomas has some speed as well. And he has been a stalwart in the middle of the park for Waterhouse so far. Searching delivery, beautiful delivery from right to left. Excellent take. Oh, lovely clinical touch. And a free kick awarded to Arnett Gardens deep in their half. Looking for Reed. Oh my word! What a beautiful skills that was. Got away from his marker, and then the awareness to get the ball across inside the 6-yard box and cleared off the line by the Arnett Gardens defense. Lovely bit of skill from Waterhouse.
Manny Leacock, brilliant performance thus far tonight. And yet again showing his quality, and now here's Benbow, another man who's been on fire tonight.
Lovely tackle.
Bit of a commentator's curse there. Shamon Shepherd going down, and that should be, and it is a free kick. Play resumes with Kelson on this right hand side. Does well to beat Leacock there. Good skill. Here's Shepherd trying to look back for Kelson, but didn't see him, so he opted to go inside. And here's Thomas to Jones. Wayward pass, and Leacock flicks it off to Murray. To Amos, I should say. And here's Leacock. I thought he was fouled there, but referee says move on.
Shepherd in the middle of the park for Arnett Gardens. Having a glorious game so far, Shepherd in the middle of the park. So it was Jones. Smith with possession. Back to the defensive line. Searching delivery. Oh, sliding off this green lush grass here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, and it's out for a throw in to Waterhouse.
Yeah, Shadiko is just not quite quick enough to get to that one.
Just approaching the 45th minute of the first half.
It's Leacock to Benbow. Out to Shamari Dyer. He has space and he has time and gets it out to Shamari Dallas, who has beating of Ricardo Thomas, but instead opts to go to Denardo Thomas, who is then fouled, and that will be another free kick to Waterhouse. They've had quite a number of those this night.
We look at Waterhouse so far with a Bimbo in the middle of the park. Thomas, and those two players are very effective getting the passes, getting the runs, and of course Murray, who's a clinical finisher as well, would want to add to his tally of 5 goals in this season's Jamaica Premier League.
And of course he'll be seeking to add to that from this potential delivery from Captain Kimani Campbell.
5 Waterhouse players inside the 18-yard box, searching for the opening goal of this encounter. 45 minutes plus gone in this first half. Campbell with the free kick. Searching, and just wide of the top. In fact, just over the crossbar. And Murray with that header. And it's out for a corner kick to Waterhouse.
Seemed a routine save for Bennett, but instead he tried to be better safe than sorry there and just tipped it over the bar instead of trying to catch it. But now we have a corner for Waterhouse to be taken by Captain McLean. Oh, Benbow.
Oh, lovely turn from Benbow.
It seems an Arnett Garden player is down. And the referee blows for a free kick. And that player, I believe, was Ricardo Thomas.
That's a lovely Monday night football here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. Both teams so far showcasing some good football skills, but yet to break that deadlock. No goals yet in this encounter.
Most definitely, and on a night where the conditions are perfect for football. Not too hot, not too cold, but just cool enough.
And a free kick here, and this time around to Arnett Gardens inside this Waterhouse half.
Seems Shepherd's going over to take this one. And will be seeking to deliver it into the box as we see Jones go up there to support his teammates in the box.
6 Arnett Gardens players inside the box waiting for this opportunity. Search and deliver inside. Easy for the goalkeeper in goal. And he fires a throw out. Thomas
In a foot race with Ricardo Thomas. And his namesake gets the better of him there.
I tell you what, both of those players are brothers, and both playing against each other. And look at the race. That was fun for the spectators here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex.
Tried to get the better of his sibling there in the foot race, but unable to do so. Perhaps should have known better based on their upbringing.
Well, it was a close race. In the end, it was a tie, as well as the game so far 0-0. Approaching the first half of this crucial encounter. Throwing to Arnett Gardens.
Cross comes in towards Kelson. Goes over everyone. And after a lovely feint there, ball by Shepherd. Just a bit too much on it, however. And that evades Kelson and evades everyone, really. And that's out for a goal kicking, which I believe could be the last action of the half.
Waterhouse. And comes with the captain Campbell. Lovely turn. And broken up this time. Jones. Lovely pass looking for Captain Reed. And broken up. And the referee, she has seen enough for the first half. And Miller here at the Anthony Sports Complex. Arnett Gardens 0. Waterhouse 0. Your takes on the overall first half so far?
Saw some lovely individual performances, especially on the side of Waterhouse, with Benbow and Denarda Thomas looking exquisite, really. Interchanging lovely passes, lovely bits of skill, and Omani Leacock, of course, in the middle of the park, driving at the Arnett Gardens defense. We saw some lovely performances on their behalf tonight, but sadly, they've not been able to turn these brilliant performances into the all-important goal that they're seeking to get 3 points.
We have seen some excellent football being displayed as well from Arnett Gardens in this game so far. You look at Jones in the middle of the park. He has been outstanding. So too is Smith. And both players are doing a terrific job. But yet to register a goal, still 0-0 at the first half.
And I must also make mention of Kivist Paul at the centre half position for Waterhouse, who has kept the danger man Fabian Reed quiet tonight, has had him on lockdown, been in battle with him all night. His towering frame just leaning over him in every challenge, in every aerial duel.
Fabian Reed has been heavily marked in this contest so far, not giving him that space to attack. And he'll want to register another goal in this crucial encounter. Already has some 8 goals. And looking his 9th.
And if and definitely if Waterhouse are aiming to get the victory tonight, that's something they'll have to maintain. And with that, we'll close our commentary for the first half, and we'll be back with you when the second half is about to resume. And we're about to resume play here live on MG Sports for the second half of this Jamaican Premier League encounter between Arnett Gardens and Waterhouse. Of course, the scores still being level, but despite the 0-0 draw thus far, it's been an exciting game. And of course, as we resume commentary, I'm your host, John Stewart, joined again by Marlon Pinnock.
We have seen some quality football being displayed so far, but both teams yet to register a goal in this contest.
Not for a lack of trying, however, and Waterhouse most definitely have been the dominant team. Grew into the second half, really, and definitely saw a couple of players really take it to Arnett Gardens.
Lovely ball, this on the right side of the park for Waterhouse. Nice touch to Benbow inside.
Tomori! And the header saved comfortably by Anthony Bennett. Benbow, one of the players, as well as Omani. Leacock, and here's Tenardo Thomas with a shot over the bar. But Thomas, Leacock, and Benbow for me were the standout players in that last half. Brilliant performances from the three of them. They all three of them took turns really abusing the right back of Arnett Gardens, which was Shadiko Wizard, and they'll be hoping to have similar success in this second half.
Yeah, they have dominated the middle of the park for Waterhouse so far.
Colorado Murray, of course, the danger man for Waterhouse rather. He's had some decent service so far. He'll be hoping to take one of those chances that comes his way in the second half. And as we look, one of the Waterhouse players has gone down here.
Talking about Murray, he has some 5 goals in this Jamaica Premier League for 2025-2026 season. Only want to add another or 2 to his tally, but so far so good. The possession of the football has been shared between both teams 50-50. No goals as yet, so clearly a good contested game has been taking place so far.
Also must make mention of the fact that there was indeed a substitution made for Waterhouse FC during the break, and that was number 14 Davis coming onto the pitch in the place of, I believe, Shamari Dallas.
And he's a lightning fast player on the right hand side of the park for Waterhouse as well.
We'll be hoping that his performances in this second half are as extravagant as the haircut that he's currently sporting.
And as a Waterhouse perspective, they will be hoping he gets a fantastic game this evening as well. For this time from Waterhouse alone, an easy throw in. And it could be a card here. It is a card being issued.
Bit of an unnecessary one for Berger to take there. Have to be careful.
I think that was an unnecessary card in the context of the game. You want your players to be out there on the park. A lovely bit of skills from Arnett Garden. Smith, good tackle, excellent tackle as well. And a throw into Arnett Gardens.
Cut out well there by Campbell. Here's Thomas. Looking for Murray, unable to get it through to him. Jones does well with that. Here's Ricardo Thomas. Good touch to Thomas. To Jamon Shepherd. Just unable to beat his man there. Paul doing well with that there. He's had a great performance thus far at the back for Waterhouse, been rock solid. Now here's Amos. Loses out in that challenge to Thomas, to Fabian Reed. And Roger Williams coming up big there for Waterhouse to get to that before Reed could pounce on it.
Waterhouse on the attack, lovely delivery. Searching for Thomas. Too far from Thomas, and it's out for a goal kick to Arnett Gardens.
And I doubt Usain Bolt could have gotten on the end of that pass. Bit too much on it there.
And Tyson Gay would have been struggling as well. A sedate start so far to the second half of the encounter.
Bit of a unnecessary move there by Shane Watson. Not sure he had to make that complicated of a pass, and that goes out for a throw to Waterhouse. That's in the direction of Colorado Murray. Loses out there, but they have the ball back. Berg on this left-hand side. Cuts inside. Loses out, and now here's Thomas. Can counter for Arnett Gardens to Rashiki Kelson. Lovely turn to get past his man with that dummy. He has space on this left-hand side to run into. Shamari Dyer and Amos. Davis, I should say, and Amos there to protect the right-hand side for Waterhouse. As Boyz, lovely turn to get around Murray. Arnett Gardens so far in this second half having more of the possession. They'll be hoping they can get a ball over the top for Reed. Not enough accuracy on the pass, however, to get it all the way through to him. And either way, I think Paul was closely marking him yet again. Looking for Davis. But Benbow's pass just not accurate enough. That goes all the way through to Anthony Bennett in goal for Arnett Gardens, who, if you remember, made a couple of saves in that first half. Here's Jamon Shepherd. Ooh, dangerous back pass. Placing Bennett under some pressure, and he clears. Arnett Gardens looking a bit shaky when they're trying to progress the ball to the back. But is Leacock, one of the standout performers of the first half, doing well to evade pressure there. Campbell to Thomas, back to Captain Campbell. Passing field to Murray, trying to flick it on for Berger, unsuccessful. And there's Dyer under pressure from Kelson, but does well there and gets the ball back to his goalkeeper. Players at the back just urging for some calm. Long ball over the top. Unable to find Murray, and that goes out for a throw-in. And throwing goes the direction of Waterhouse.
Still hunting their first goal of this game, Waterhouse.
And as we mentioned in the pre-match analysis, they have struggled for goals outside of Colorado Murray this season, and it'd be a real shame if, due to that lack of a consistent goal threat, they were to lose this game when they've had so many chances. But if they do need goals, they do have Mario Sims off the bench, who has a couple of goals this season. There's Campbell, the marauding centre-back, coming from deep. Thomas out to Dyer. To Murray. There's Davis. Could have opted for a shot there, but went for a pass to Benbow, and that's cut out. And Amos gets to that one ahead of Kingston. Waterhouse beginning to come into the ascendancy here, and Amos doing well under some pressure there to just keep the ball in play. Here's Jamon Shepherd taking on his man, gets it up wide to Thomas, who keeps the ball in play. Oh, lovely pass for Reed. Can he keep it in? Unfortunately, no. But a lovely bit of back and forth between the two teams here to begin the second half. We're on the 55th minute mark. And now here's Berger out on this left-hand side to Thomas. Take on Shadiko Wizard, who had a torrid time in the first half. But thankfully, not the most perfectly executed move there. And he's let off the hook this time. But Thomas has it back again. The number 10 to Benbow. Looks for a shot. Hits Boyz. And took all the conviction out of that shot. And it bubbled into the path of Anthony Bennett quite comfortably.
Arnett Garden in position with the ball. Headed out to a throw to Arnett Gardens. But clearly, Waterhouse has been the standout team in this second half so far. The movement of the ball and the passing as well has been outstanding in this second half so far from Waterhouse. Another throw-in on the right side of the park for Arnett Gardens.
Reed, a good turn. Doesn't have anyone in the box, so he opts to settle for a corner kick. Perhaps the wise decision given the context of what was going on there.
And the first corner kick of the second half as well. On to Waterhouse.
It seems Ricardo Thomas is the one that will be going over to take the set piece.
Well, in fact, 8 players in the box are waiting this corner kick
for a good delivery. Ball coming in from Thomas, looping towards the far corner, headed on by Jones, but didn't get to a teammate. And a poor pass there by Wizard. He's not had the best of games thus far, and his Shamar Dye in the corner, ushering out, but finds Thomas. It's Thomas, he has space and has time to Benbow. Benbow shoved off it there by Boyz. And Boyz wins a free kick for his efforts there. He's had a really good game in the middle of the park for Arnett Gardens tonight.
Both teams would want to break this deadlock. It's all quality football being on display so far, but yet to register a goal in this contest.
Most definitely. And if there was any, if you needed any sign of frustration at the lack of a goal, it's that Rashiki Kilson has dropped really deep. Almost playing like a midfielder now. Searching for the ball, just trying to put his imprint on the game. Poor pass there by Thomas. And now Waterhouse can come forward. And Colorado Murray looks out wide for Davis. Great pass. Davis with a cross into Murray. And I believe that took a touch off him. But it goes all the way through to Leacock. Leacock to Berger. Shots from distance. And that goes over. It's off target.
Lovely attacking football being displayed so far from this Waterhouse team, hunting our goal. And we're approaching the 68th minute of the contest so far. We're yet to register a goal. And now we see a substitution getting ready to be made by Arnett Gardens as well. The number 18 coming out. And the number 12 coming on. And now the number 7. So Fabian Reed seemed to be the man coming off. He will be disappointed not scoring in this encounter. Already has 8 goals in this tournament so far. Disappointment for the captain, but such a good leader. And just disappointment to see him going off without adding his name on the score sheet. Right, in comes another prospect of Arnett Gardens Football Club.
Henry and Thompson, the players coming on there in place of Jaheim Thomas. And it's Thompson, and his shot over the bar. That was his first real chance since coming on, first touch really, and almost had a telling one, almost got on the score sheet. Pratt should have done better with that one. The crowd thinks so.
The coach would be a genius, a super sub, coming on and scoring just away from that target.
And here he is again. Lovely pass in between to Kingston. Gardens take the lead. Shay Smith with his 4th goal of the league season in the Jamaican Premier League. And ladies and gentlemen, we have liftoff here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex as Arnett Gardens take the lead.
It was on the right end for Smith. His ability on the field of play was remarkable. And finally, the first goal of the contest came. And it came in the 62nd minute, courtesy of a goal from Smith.
Must say, the substitute, Thompson, even though he didn't score, he was crucial to the build-up play in that goal. And in some ways, you could say he was a super sub, even though he didn't score. Integral to the build-up play there. And then, of course, the ball into Kingston fell the way of the right man at the right time, Shay Smith, to break the deadlock.
And really had the spectators in the game with that goal. Came in the 62nd minute, over an hour and 2 minutes before our first goal, where the home team break that deadlock. And now Waterhouse on the counter.
There by Burgo on that left-hand side, crossing to the box, aiming towards Murray, headed away by Jones. And here's Waterhouse coming back again. Burgo this time fouled. And that is a free kick to the way of Waterhouse on this left-hand side of the pitch. They'll be hoping for a good delivery. And I must say, my friend, as we are about to look at the replay here, it is unfortunate on the behalf of Waterhouse. Great pass there by the substitute.
But look at the finish. Beautiful finish. And the celebration to go with that goal as well from Smith. Brilliant.
Emphatic finish there by Smith. And I must say, as I said before, it's unfortunate for Waterhouse because, as we said before, outside of Murray, they haven't really had a consistent goal threat. And the lack of a finisher outside of him has really been costly tonight. Not been able to be clinical tonight with the many chances they've had. And now they've gone down the other end of the pitch and conceded a goal. But they have a chance to get back into it yet. Still 30 plus minutes to play.
Still a lot of time left in this second half. Still a lot of time in the Waterhouse.
To Murray. And seems Benbow wasn't on the same wavelength as him. And here's goal scorer Smith. Good tackle there by Captain Campbell. Getting that clear, putting that out of play. And it seems there'll also be another substitute. Benbow, one of the most lively players on the pitch for Waterhouse today. He's coming off for a man who looked really good in the warm-up. That's Mitchell, number 77. And also seems Rashawn Amos is going to make way as well for number 51, Johnson. Oh, good turn there by Thomas, but he'll need more than that right now. They want a goal, and it's Davis. See if he can provide that. Good pass to Thomas. To Campbell. Finds substitute, and I must say that's a poor decision there by the Campbell. He's been brilliant all night, but I have no idea what he was thinking taking that shot on there.
Never in control of that shot. Miles over the crossbar. With a good build-up from the Waterhouse team.
And again, as we mentioned before, just that lack of a real clinical finisher outside of Murray this season. And that's seen them have the third least goals in the entire league campaign. And they'll need to rectify that if they want to win. But here's Arnett Gardens. It's Thompson to Kilson. Kilson unable to chop that as he wanted. And there's Thomas. Lovely work there by Watson. But the referee blows for a free kick. I thought that was a clean challenge, but the referee says no.
Free kick to Waterhouse, deep inside their half. Campbell for Waterhouse. Lovely delivery.
It's Johnson to Mitchell. Oh, lovely skill. Showed his footwork in the warm-ups, and he's showing it here tonight on the pitch. And there's Davis, another substitute. Came on at the break, crossing to the box, looking for Murray. He's showed his aerial prowess already so far this game, and not able to make the connection that he wanted with that header. And that sails wide. And that's a goal kick to Arnett Gardens.
Credit again to Davis on this occasion. Twist turns and gets a decent pass just to elude Murray on this occasion.
Bennett clears downfield. And here's Sean Henry, substitute of course. Here's Paul, who did well to contain the danger man Fabian Reed. And poor pass there. And it seems that's gone out of play for a throw-in to Arnett Gardens. Could they double their lead here? And you could dare say that it's against the run of play.
This Arnett Gardens team is a fighting team. Some good quality players on the pitch as well.
Most definitely. And as we mentioned before, their attacking prowess is no secret. They now, as it stands, have the most goals scored in the league, joint with league leaders Montego Bay United. But on a per game basis, they have the most potent attack. Goals coming from all over this season. And they've put that on display tonight yet again with goal number 4 of the season for Mr. Shea Smith.
And a timely goal as well at the run of play. Could be a crucial goal for Arnett Gardens as well.
Mitchell gets it out wide to Davis. Accurate pass. And here's in the path of Murray, a good pass from Davis. looking for a teammate in the box, but finds Johnson instead. It's Murray trying to take on his man, and Watson's equal to it. But Murray does win a corner for his efforts. And as we approach the 70th minute mark, there is a corner on hand for Waterhouse.
And the captain, Campbell, runs all the way from defense. With his left foot, can be very effective from this angle, curling the ball in towards that far corner. 6 Waterhouse players inside the 18-yard box are waiting for this corner kick. It's a good one! And cleared away from danger. And
There's
still
another
not.
chance at it. Another cross towards Johnson. And that header, never accurate enough.
Poor from
goes
Johnson
behind.
on this occasion. And a goal kick awarded to Arnett Gardens. And the Arnett Garden player is down on the ground as well. But based on what we have seen on the field of play, credit must be given to Arnett Garden. They have managed to keep things under control. And the movement of the ball, the deliveries are excellent so far. But that special goal came in that 62nd minute from Smith, his 4th of the tournament. And what a goal, and what a time as well.
Most definitely. Much needed in terms of relief for Arnett Gardens, who really got that goal just as they were beginning to get into some pressure again from Waterhouse. And here we can just take another look at it. And Thompson, the substitute, got onto it. Great ball in the path of Kingston. It seemed as though it was dealt with by Davis, but the ball fell, as you mentioned previously, to the right man at the right time.
It really came off the right boot with some venom as well. Terrific from Smith.
Thunderbolt into that left-hand corner of the net. Flicked on there in the direction of Deshaun Henry, the substitute, but Roger Williams, despite some chants from the crowd, is judged to have claimed that cleanly. There's Dyer, Paul, Berger. Throw into Waterhouse.
Just approaching this 72nd minute of the game. Arnett Gardens lead by a goal to nil.
Mitchell has looked really good since coming on, and he gives it up to Leacock there. Here's Murray. Oh, brilliant pass. Davis has a chance to cross it, opts not to. Cuts back for Mitchell. To Davis. Davis trying to find Johnson, but Thompson gets to it ahead of him. Dyer just gets this one all the way back through to the goalkeeper. To Johnson. Paul, unconventional but outside of the foot pass to Shamari Dyer. Leacock uses his hands well to guard the ball. Great pass from Mitchell in the path of Davis on this right hand side. Cross. Ooh, dealt well there by Anthony Bennett in goal. Looked a bit of a dangerous cross. Could have deceived him and went into the net.
Lovely build up again from Waterhouse, hunting an equalizer. The goalkeeper in goal and does a terrific job on this occasion on a corner kick to Waterhouse.
It seems Johnson's going to take this set piece.
Six Waterhouse players in the 18-yard box are hunting this equalizer.
Great delivery. And another connection there. Chance of handball. Referee says play on. Oh, lovely skill there, but somehow retains possession. Now here's Leacock. Can bring the ball forward as he's done all night. drives forward, gets the ball out wide to Thomas. Dancing, but eventually all that dancing leads to losing the ball. And here's Henry, turns back for some reason into the opposition, but loses the ball, and the referee gives him a free kick for his troubles. And I believe a while ago she pointed to the fact that there's going to be a substitution made for both teams. Seems Burgos ending his night for Waterhouse, and it also seems that Arnett Gardens are going to make a change. That change being the man of the hour, Shea Smith, the goal scorer for tonight, who opened the scoring. He will be coming off, and in his place, in the goal scorer's place, will be Jones, number 15. There's Rashiki Kelson. Just run out of space there, and Leacock will take the throw.
Time running out for Waterhouse in this intriguing encounter at the Anthony Sports Complex. 15 minutes of regular time plus other time left in this game.
They'll be seeking with these changes that they're making to just add that bit of attacking spark. Oh, lovely ball over the top there, but unable to make its way through. And for their troubles, they've won a corner kick, and they'll take that short. There's Denardo Thomas. Oh, good skill, and perhaps too much. And his back heel goes out for a throw in to the opposition.
Well, Thomas has had a sparkling game so far for Waterhouse, but not been able to break that deadlock for Waterhouse, who really and truly deserved a goal based on the performance of the field of play. The middle of the park is mastered by Thomas.
Oh, lovely work on this right-hand side there by Henry, but the pass for Reed just wasn't good enough. For Jones, rather. And there's Denardo Thomas. Gets it somehow in the path of his teammate Campbell, but collapses before he could get to that pass from Campbell, and that's a throw-in to Arnett Gardens.
We can look at the field. Two players was over on the right-hand side waiting for that cross from Captain Campbell. A lovely pass over to the right-hand side finds Davis. Waterhouse in possession. Good defensive work for Arnett Gardens.
Seems a Waterhouse player is still down at the moment. Just beginning to make his way to his feet. It's Leacock. Just recycling position at the back, and I'm not too sure about that tactic right now, because they need a goal. They need to force the issue, and they can do it right now with Mitchell. Today, Davis cuts back. Under some pressure from Thomas, gives it up, trying to find Johnson, unable to do so. But again, on hand is arguably the man of the match tonight, or at least one of them. In the middle of the park, Leacock. And here's Colorado Murray. And that's a foul. And free kick in a dangerous area.
I think Waterhouse would want to make this count in this critical position. And just about 33 yards out. And this could be a good option now to level the scoring. We're approaching the 79th minute of the game. And a free kick awarded to Waterhouse in a dangerous position here.
Players over it. It seems Mitchell, Johnson and Murray all are interested. Although it looks like Mitchell's perhaps the most likely candidate, especially based on the angle.
Well, based on how Mitchell is lining up himself, maybe it's just a trick as well. Maybe it's a left footer. He'll curl this into the far corner.
If Johnson were to take it, I would not be surprised. But Mitchell
Straight
goes
to the
for
keeper.
it.
It's a weak free kick there coming in from Mitchell. Not much power behind that shot.
Not enough conviction on it. And no real worry there for Bennett in goal.
Another poor pass here from Waterhouse.
Crowd just chanting there. Not the decision made.
Waterhouse in possession, deep in their own half. It's over on the left-hand side with Captain Campbell.
It seems the Arnett Gardens fan base is chanting because of a certain player going to warm up. Davis is held back there by Rashiki Kelson. And the free kick's taken quickly. Campbell skips past Henry. Finds Johnson, but Johnson loses that pretty quickly. As Thomas cuts back. Oh, lovely pass inside to find Mitchell. Good footwork. And he wins a free kick. And it seems Arnett Gardens are about to make that change now, much to the delight of the fans. There's Davis, cross, looking for Murray.
Oh,
By Davis.
a weak header. Oh, the excellent build up here for Waterhouse. Time running out here for Waterhouse. Into the 82nd minute of the game.
I must say, I wonder if Waterhouse regret taking off a player like Benbo, who they could really use at a time like this. It seems that he gave Shadiko Wizard a horrible time of it in the first half. And it seems Wizard's been able to relax now that somebody like Deacon's been over there who hasn't necessarily tested him in that back line.
And I think Bembo had a fantastic game as well in the middle of the park for Waterhouse.
There's Thomas. Out to Campbell. Deacon. To Campbell. Johnson. Paul urging his teammate forward. And Shamari Dyer will do just that, bringing the ball forward on this right-hand side. Looking for a searching pass for Davis. Through pass had just a bit too much on it. And now, this substitution that the Arnett Garden fans wanted.
He'll be replaced by number 17, the Saddles, coming out of their number 10. And he'll be replaced by number 17, Kevon Reese, making his debut for Arnett Gardens FC.
And we have a debutant here, Kevon Wilson, making his debut here. At home as well, must be a special occasion for him, special event, as he comes on in place of Rashiki Kelson, who didn't have the best of games tonight, and they'll be hoping that Kevon does well in his stead tonight.
Such a proud feeling making his debut at home in front of his fans here at Arnett Gardens.
Deacon did well there to break the ankles of Henry. Lovely body feint there to get rid of him in that corner. Here's Leacock under pressure from Thompson. gets it out of his feet quickly. He's been doing that all night, and there's Mitchell trying to do the same but unable to do so. Arnett Gardens have the ball, and there's Jamon Shepherd under duress, doing well here, and he's fouled. Jamon Shepherd has had a great game so far. He's wrapped up there by Mitchell, who seems to be getting the yellow card from the referee here, despite his apologies to Jamon. That won't change the fact that he's going into the referee's book.
That's Mitchell. Clear indication that the Arnett Gardens player was getting away from him and drew him back, and the referee have no second thoughts of giving him that a yellow card. That's Mitchell.
Yet another change here, this time for Waterhouse, as number 9 Brian is coming on in the place of Shamari Dyer. It's a very attacking substitution and makes sense given that there's just 5 minutes of regulation time to go. They'll be hoping that the substitution can, of course, make a difference tonight. Carter Thomas gets us underway again. There's Wilson with his first touch with his new team. Oh, lovely skill there by the youngster. Displaying confidence at his young age. Twists and turns, finds a pass out wide to Thompson. He decides not to use the overlap. Goes alone from distance for whatever reason. And he's hearing it from the crowd in terms of what a bad decision that was. But I must say, lovely touches on the ball. His first touches there by Kevon Wilson.
Shows that he's a quality young midfielder. That was a strong tackle from the defense of Waterhouse.
Strong clearance there, almost hit the recording equipment. And that cleared the stadium. But here's Denardo Thomas out wide. Campbell to Johnson. Waterhouse can't afford to be playing around with it now. They need a goal. Thomas, the man to do it? Obviously not. His pass goes awry. And there's Thompson. He loses out there. Mitchell, good turn there. Has it out wide. Under duress by Thomas. It's the ball to Johnson. And Johnson is fouled there by Thompson. A bit too aggressive in his approach. And there's Leacock. Has a man wide. Eventually finds him in the form of Campbell. A lovely pass through to Brian here. Substitute, can he make a difference?
I'll tell you what, young Campbell has a beautiful vision as well.
Showed it on display just moments ago. It's Johnson. Deacon rather, to Brian. Leacock in the feet of Murray. Shot saved by Anthony Bennett. Yet another save from the Arnett Gardens custodian. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Murray. Trying to engineer space in the box to fire off a shot. And it seems Thompson's clearance rather goes into the path of Davies, and that goes out for a throw, but he's in some pain and he's down on the pitch, holding, I think, his mouth.
Maybe his tooth as well. But running out of time is Waterhouse. Under 2 minutes of regular time left in this game.
Trying to find an equalizer desperately, and they thought they had it. Colorado Murray having several shots, several chances today, and just unable to really capitalize. But if there's any man that they believe that can get that all-important goal for them, it's him. Throw into Arnett Gardens here, deep in their own half. Direction of youngster Kevon Wilson. Davis. Johnson. Risky, but really good pass. Here's Deacon on the ball. Not accurate enough, but thankfully gets passed through. Here's Campbell to Johnson. Out wide to Davis. Trying to find Murray, but nowhere near on target. And there's Thompson. He heavy touch there. Loses the ball again. And Mitchell finds Brian. Deacon. Good turn, but I'm not sure why he had to go that direction. And here's Johnson to Davis. Back the direction of Johnson. Oh, lovely flick by Brian. Trying to give it to Deacon, but not accurate enough. And Anthony Bennett just goes down, much to the delight of the crowd there. Bit of playfulness there by the young goalkeeper. And judging by the fourth official, by the sign he's holding up, that's 5 minutes added to this encounter. And here's Wilson in the corner, trying to beat Davis. Unable to do so. Ooh, bit of a feisty challenge there. But despite the antics afterward of Thomas, referee says play on.
And a good call as well from the referee. Hunting a foul was Thomas on this occasion.
Definitely.
Under 5 minutes left in this encounter. Lovely skill.
Trying to feed Thomas, but Arnett Gardens can clear. But
so 4 minutes of time left in this encounter. Waterhouse in possession of the football. One of the standout players on the park with more luck. Murray
needs to get into the box. Here's Deacon to Murray. He's out wide here. Thomas. Leacock back to Murray. Out wide, trying to be provider rather than goal scorer. Unable to do either. And Arnett Gardens up to clear there. Henry getting that one only as far as Roger Williams, who's coming forward and perhaps will take some part in trying to score. And here's Mitchell. Chops it finally. Cross into the box. Finds Thomas on the edge of the box. What can he do here? Lays it off for Deacon. Tame effort, tame cross. And Arnett Gardens again clear it downfield, but only as far as Campbell. Here's Johnson. Dying moments of the game here. 3 minutes to go. Here's Mitchell. Here's Leacock. Campbell. Lays it off for Deacon. Passed on the channel. Ooh, Campbell, after a tough challenge, loses out there. And that goes the way of Arnett Gardens, who must be relieved. And of course will, given the context of the situation, most definitely milk the clock here, with several players looking to be on their knees here.
And that's how you get in football nowadays. Under 2 minutes left on the clock. And clearly, Arnett Gardens looking to soak up these last seconds of the game.
The
Nothing
opposition,
from Arnett Garden. They really played fantastic football throughout this game so far.
well-deserved win, I should say, should it stand, should it remain this way in terms of the result. But I have to say, Waterhouse did put in a good performance tonight, and they can feel that they did their beautiful jersey some level of justice in terms of the performance. Just need to work on their end product. Here's Johnson. Oh, great pass there by Leacock, I should say.
And
Arthur
equally
Davis.
great defending as well from Thomas for Arnett Gardens.
Most definitely, but here's Davis to Mitchell, who's been lively since coming on. And it seems he's fouled Thomas. And that, ladies and gentlemen, could be the last meaningful action really in this game.
In fact, it could be the last kick of the match. Just about 30 seconds left on the clock. And already the spectators make.
It's Anthony Bennett. Clears downfield. Goes out for a throw. Still awaiting the referee's final whistle here, which surely must be nigh.
Campbell for Waterhouse in possession. Thomas urging his players forward for Waterhouse.
Leacock, he's been brilliant tonight, but his pass wasn't moments ago. And there's Wilson trying to feed Thomas. But here's Mitchell. Cross. Final action of the game could be headed away. And there's Deacon. Heads it on for Leacock. Thomas is on the ground, but they're soldiering on. And that is a good challenge. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is full time here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. Arnett Gardens moving back to 7th place on the table after Tivoli Gardens humbling defeat 3-2 to Malines earlier. And with a gaming hand, they could even better their points tally coming up soon. But must say, despite the valiant efforts of Waterhouse tonight, in particular some really standout individual performances, deserved win from Arnett Gardens. Deserved win.
I think it was an outstanding game of football between both teams tonight. What credit must be given to Simit, who scored that all-important goal in the 62nd minute to seal the deal for the home team, Arnett Gardens.
Most definitely. Shea Smith had a really good performance tonight, and as you mentioned, got the all-important goal for the Junglists, who, despite suffering early on this season, perhaps trying to really cope with the demands of not having their star man anymore after his blockbuster summer move to Mount Pleasant, they have rebounded well, have found form at the right time in the season, and now they're finding form at the right time, as I said before, and they've claimed another victory here tonight. And we conclude here our sports coverage for the Jamaican Premier League. Arnett Gardens win 1-0 at home against Waterhouse. This has been John Stewart and Marlette Pinnock. Good night. We also had Racing United drawing 1-1 in the other games this weekend, rather. Drawing 1-1 with Dumble, Holden, as well as Mobe United beginning to slip a bit. Drew 0-0 with Portmore United 0-0, as well as Spanish Town Police FC suffering yet another defeat, remaining rooted to the bottom of the table, losing to Chopperton Maroons, who have found some form in the last couple of games. 2 wins on the trot for them. And of course, as we mentioned before, in the game that was showed over on Knockins YouTube channel, 3-2 win for 3-2 win over Tivoli here by Malines United, courtesy of a hat-trick by Nicholas Nelson. But that wraps up tonight's coverage. That should be it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.
competition continue here on Thursday. The Arnett Gardens host Mount Pleasant in a rescheduled game. So that's Thursday, 7 p.m. Arnett Gardens against Mount Pleasant right here inside the Anthony Sporting Sports Complex. So please bring your energy and your positive vibe as we look forward to putting another win in the column. Arnett Gardens now up to 22 points in the standing.